Happy holidays, folks. We're back with another holiday reaction, and this one is another carol from Loreena McKennitt, but it comes from a 2008 album, A Midwinter Night's Dream, and this was included in a holiday compilation sent by Yvonne called Christmastime on Acid Techno Street, which is very much what this is. So, yes, major thank you to Yvonne and to all those who follow Loreena's music. And we're going to start with the first track on this particular holiday album, which is The Holly and the Ivy. Now, those of you who know my channel will know this is one of my favorite carols. I've reacted to, I think, at least a couple different versions of it in the last few years during my holiday material or my holiday reactions. But I'm less certain of what this will sound like. I would expect it to be maybe a bit more ethereal and otherworldly atmospheric, just based on what I know from Loreena's music. So I'm expecting it to have the same melody, and yet I don't expect it to have a typical arrangement or to be quite as cathedral sounding as a lot of the versions of The Holly and Ivy that I've heard are, if my syntax is right there. So yes, let's give it a listen. This is Loreena McKennitt and her version of The Holly and the Ivy, the first tune on her 2008 holiday album, A Midwinter Night's Dream.
Holly and the ivy, when they off will grow, fall the trees in the wood, holly bears the crown. The rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the plank of the organ, sweet singing in the bears a blossom as white as any flower, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to be her Saviour. The rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the plank of the organ, sweet singing in the choir. Holly bears a berry as red as any blood, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to do sinners good. The rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the plank of the organ, sweet singing in the choir. A prickle as sharp as any thorn, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ on Christmas Day in the morn. The rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the plank of the organ, sweet singing in the choir. Holly bears a bark as bitter as any corn, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to redeem us soul. The rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the plank of the organ, sweet singing in the choir. Holly and the ivy, the trees in the wood, the holly bears the crown. The rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the plank of the organ, sweet singing in the choir.
I'm speechless. I am without speech. She's just crazy. She's like an artist, and I've said that about a few people. I mean, I've said it about Kate Bush, I think, and in some ways, not a whole lot, but in some ways they have a similar evocative artistry, even if Loreena is seemingly even more ethereal and what's the right word? I'm not even sure there is a word to characterize what I'm trying to say, but I love both artists. But yeah, Loreena just is in a territory of her own, and this is a stunningly beautiful and yet quite different rendition of this lovely carol. So it's the same carol, I know, it's the same song, but it hits so differently here. It's a bit more austere, even a bit suspenseful, but mystical, enchanting, and completely elegant, and her vocals powerful when they need to be, softer and breathy at times, and a slower articulation of the lines than you typically get. So yeah, just a stunning version of an already amazing carol, a masterpiece. I'm looking forward to going through this. Once again, shout out to Yvonne and to Michaela, who provided the Under a Winter's Moon compilation. So yes, we've got double Loreena to go through during the holiday period, and of course I'm not going to be able to go through all the tracks on either of them, so this will be holiday material going forward. So once again, thank you to Yvonne for providing this album and many others in the Christmastime on Acid Techno Street compilation, and thank you again to Michaela for providing the Winter's Moon or Under a Winter's Moon compilation or album. So yeah, more to Loreena to go, more holiday reactions to go. Let me know what you think of this, and I will see you next time. Peace.